Welcome to the Sprint 4 video. For this sprint, we had some issues during this sprint and we're not able to deliver all the use cases to the fullest requirements. Our first user story was a success though. This case required the user to be able to filter the events report by data as well as view the total. So we go to our user interface and we click the Events tab and then click on the Attendance Report subsection. And then we'll look at our dashboard and go to the events report and click that, and we're able to view all of the totals for the events. And if we go to this filter section, we're able to go to this filter and we can select a filter based on date joined, date left, or the date of the actual event. And so we'll go to date joined and we'll go to previous year and we'll click done and we'll click apply, and that narrows it down to just a couple records, which we can then export as an Excel, and that will be able to be pulled up, and then the user can use this Excel file as they see necessary. And so we'll go back to that, and then that's that for that user story. And our second user story required the user to be able to view a profit and loss statement. We struggled with this user story. Salesforce allows you to create a profit and loss statement within the reports section of the back end of the application. In order to create this report, though, we are required to use a joined report since we are using the event expense field from the events class in the amount field from the member contribution class, and we are not able to create a tabular table from two classes that are not related, which events and member contributions are not. And so if we can, we see here, we're able to create the profit and loss statement that we did down here. It adds up all the expenses, all the revenues, and comes up with the profit over here. But Salesforce community portion of the application does not allow you to join reports be inserted into the application. And so if we go back over here, we have this subsection profit and loss, and we did try to insert it here, but if you click view report, nothing comes up and it's not able to be downloaded. So if the user does want to use this, they're going to have to go to the back end and click printable view, which downloads the report as an Excel, and then they can view it from here. But unfortunately, as we have found, we are not able to insert that into Salesforce community. And so what we did in compensation, if we go back to this, if we go back to events and the profit and loss, we created two other reports that have the revenue by member type and the event expenses, which you could download them if you want separately and do your own profit and loss statement from there. And for our third user story, required the user to update user permissions so that the board member can view and edit information. We have done this by creating two separate users, the authenticated user, which account we are using now, and the guest user. The authenticated user has complete access to the platform. They can create, edit, and delete information, as well as download reports, which we've been doing from here. But the difference is they are not the difference between the two is that the guest user is able to also create, edit, and delete information, but the difference specifically is they can't download the reports. And so if we go to their view, for example, if we go to events and then a report and look at the dashboard, they're not able to click on these or view that information as the authenticated user is able to. And those are all of our user stories included in Sprint 4.